It's opening day of the NBA season today. Before we wrap the show, we do want to take a quick look at the NBA futures. I'll speak to a few of these as we pull up the model here, if you don't mind, Dave. But we've got 5 teams atop the Dimers model for the NBA championship this year. As you would expect, the Oklahoma City Thunder, almost 23% probability, plus 275. It's not a value bet at that price, but it is more than double the next likely champion. This tells you exactly where we think the NBA stands today, that it's Oklahoma City's title to lose and that a dynasty may be unfolding right in front of our eyes. Outside of Oklahoma City, we've got the Denver Nuggets at almost 11% likelihood to win the NBA championship. Cleveland Cavaliers, almost 10%. New York Knicks, 8.6%, fourth. And at 12-1, there's actually some value there. And then the Houston Rockets, fifth at 6% with Kevin Durant in the fold. 18-1 also shows value. So of those top 5, it would be the Knicks or the Rockets that we show some value on. But there's one team way outside of this top 5 you wanted to discuss here. Is the Boston Celtics. And you're wondering if they're a sleeper?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that we're asking that, right? It's almost like that when we were talking about the Chiefs, like, are the Chiefs cooked? Are the Ravens good? Stuff like that. But look, Jason Tatum's hurt. We know that. He's recovering from, I believe, the Achilles injury. Just 1.4% for the Celtics to win the finals. That's at plus 6,000 on DraftKings. But that's not that far off from their fair odds of plus 7,000. That's not even a 0.5% probability difference. And they're as low as plus 3,000 on FanDuel. Like, that's literally half the odds. I saw that before the show, and I placed a bet on the Celtics because that is just such a massive discrepancy. I placed a bet on the Celtics at plus 6,000, not plus 3,000, because that discrepancy is just too big. There's no reason for it to be that far apart. They're just plus 1,100 to win the East, 5.3% from the model there, and that's value at their best odds of plus 2,200 at BetMGM. They're minus 190 to make the playoffs. So if this team makes the playoffs, is healthy, has Jason Tatum, why are they plus 6,000? I don't know what I'm missing, but it's a play for me.
Yeah, I think the only thing I could even wrap my brain around is the idea that Boston might be approaching the season, viewing it as an opportunity to tank in a pretty loaded draft class. Now that's a stretch because with Jaylen Brown, they're still going to be competitive. But it's one of those things like AJ DeBonsa is kind of the name. He's a Northeast kid, but there's 3 guys that are viewed in the DeBonsa tier of it's a 3-man race for the number 1 pick. All of them, add any of them to Boston, they would be probably the favorite next year, or at least right in line with Oklahoma City. So that's the only thing I can even think of. I agree with you at this price point. It's at least worth a look. I'd also mention, Indiana, fresh off a run to the NBA Finals last year at only a 1% probability. Our model's not buying them whatsoever. 150-1. More than double the odds even of Boston. They were there a year ago. It's kind of crazy. So I think
that's
the
an
East
edge.
is wide open, Dave. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's an edge. I think they'd be plus 9,000 fair at 1%. So, the model, I guess, does like them in that sense, but certainly not as far as stacking up against the rest of the crowd.
Yep, 100%. All right, we'll have NBA updates for you all season long.